What if everything you have been taught about learning Spanish is completely backwards? Hoy hablo español con fluidez y hice cosas no son tradicionales para aprender este idioma. It was not always like that though. Mi nombre es André. I grew up Mexican American in the United States and English as my first language. In the past, I could not speak Spanish at all. This made me feel not Latino enough for the other Latinos that I was surrounded with. However, I did not give up because I knew I wanted to learn this language. Now, I have the privilege to coach other no sabos to help them speak with more confidence and to rediscover their culture. And the method I used that got me here is considered lazy, but it actually is more effective than you think. The first method I use is I listen to music from the very beginning. I remember going to the carne asadas and I did not know any of the songs that they would play, let alone even know how to dance when they got down like that. During those times, I felt like a black sheep because this culture is literally foreign to me. On Sundays, my dad likes to watch NFL and we speak English in our household. In reality, I did not know anything about Mexican culture. That's until I started to actually listen to music. Whether I was in the car, at the gym, in my room, I constantly listen to music. At first, you're not going to understand the majority of the song, but over time, your brain will pick up on words and letras here and there. This isn't just considered lazy, but it actually is more effective because you will find it more enjoyable because we all listen to music on a day-to-day basis. Whether you listen to music in English, Spanish, Portuguese, it doesn't matter. We all listen to music. And the most important thing is you're not learning boring shit like the grammar, conjugations, the structure, because when you start to learn that right away, it serves no purpose because it's so boring, and almost anyone I've talked to doesn't want to learn like that. You want to learn in a way where you will actually find it fun because you don't want to memorize it, you want to learn new words. Y ahora mi nivel de escucha es mejor que mi nivel de habla, pero me siento más latino porque puedo hablar con alguien y puedo conversar con cualquier persona, creo. I also have 2 free Spanish playlists linked down below if you are interested just to download those. The second lazy method I did was watch shows on Netflix. I remember the first ever time I actually started to watch shows in Spanish. It was actually the Hindu Chronicles on Netflix. I remember it because it came out in 2020 during COVID, and that's where I actually got really serious in re-immersing myself in Mexican culture and in Spanish culture and learning Spanish on a serious note. I remember at first I had to put the captions in English because I literally had no idea what this person was saying in the shows. But eventually you transition over from English to Spanish subtitles to no subtitles. I actually, instead of playing it in normal speed, I played it in 0.75 speed because that is just what helped me understand and comprehend the show more, because there is no point of watching the show if you can't understand how they're pronouncing certain words or phrases, because then you're just gonna sit there reading the English subtitles, and over time it just felt like a video game. Like, it felt like I was leveling up just my comprehension level, and it didn't feel like traditional work of like repeating sentences, writing down sentences, things like that, because I knew if I started doing that right away, I would have quit. And fun fact, when I initially actually started learning Spanish again, I started with Rosetta Stone. If you know Rosetta Stone, it's the most repetitive, unproductive activity to do to actually learn. You want to learn phrases, because then the more phrases you know, the more capable you are of speaking to someone and continuing a conversation. I actually did meet someone that actually learned Spanish from school, but those are rare exceptions, and if you are anything like me, I'm pretty sure you know that you can't learn like that because you probably don't even like school. Like, I don't like school as well too. There's an alternative way, because this method is lazy, but it's actually more fun to do on a day-to-day basis, and it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like you're just living life. And shows are more fun because when you continue to watch each episode, you continue to learn new words and you continue to level up your comprehension. And the more shows you watch, when you do it correctly, your comprehension level will skyrocket. You will actually find yourself choosing to watch a Spanish show or una serie de español en vez que una serie del inglés. When it's fun initially, you're gonna do it more, and then it's not even gonna feel like work, basically. The last method I'm gonna share with you is speaking. You can obviously use apps that have worked in the past for me. Hello Talk, Tandem. Those apps work perfectly fine to speak to foreigners that want to also learn English, and you can help them with English. There's also new metas like AI, ChatGPT. I know like Umi Lang or something like that around there. I'm not too familiar with AI apps when it comes to speaking, practicing my speech. Honestly, the best method is to practice with me, porque sé lo que era hacer una pausa en el medio de una conversación, ni saber ciertas palabras, and just for the person to switch to English, just like how I did. I need to ask you a question. If you find yourself in these situations, why are you going to continue to practice like that? Because clearly that person doesn't care and they don't want to help you practice your Spanish. I knew what it felt like to have someone literally switch to English because my Spanish level was trash. And that is why I help people in my community. Just like Danny, he's a no sabo, but I've coached him to help him improve his speech and his Spanish in all aspects of his life. You do have a choice. You can either keep practicing, keep learning from things that haven't worked in the past, like remembering grammar, structure, all this stuff, school, classes, Duolingo, or you can actually make a change and you can actually practice with me. Press the top link in the description and join my No Sabo school because I want to help you become fluent fast. Haz clic aquí por más videos de YouTube o de mi canal. Hacer lo que hace por ti. Adiós mis amigos, chao.